Guys, that now plays some prediction. Welcome back to another video. And if you don't know who I am, I'm the best football YouTuber. So if you want to join the army, please subscribe. Because every time you subscribe, you put a smile on my face. Like as you can see, I'm smiling. So please subscribe, join the army, and let's get into the video. And I can't express how happy I am for football to be back, especially with this top game week. So I was also thinking of other ideas. If you guys maybe want me to do my Champions League group stage predictions, I could do that also. Comment down below if you want me to do that. Comment down below Champions League. I'll do that for sure. But let's get into the video. And I can't lie. This is a top game week. We've got the Merseyside derby. We've got Arsenal versus Man City. We've got another London derby, Spurs West Ham, and we've got I don't know what derby it is, but it's Crystal Palace versus Brighton if some of you are interested. And Monday kickoff, we also got another interesting game. You get a big test against a team who came from the Championship 2 years ago and went up with a boom, so they would want to beat them. Leeds versus Wolves. But let's get into my predictions on what I think for all these big games, because I'm not gonna lie, there might be some things that you guys might not agree on, but come Monday night, you'll see I'll be right, because as I said, I'm the top football YouTuber. But let's get into the first game on Saturday, 2:30 kickoff, Everton-Liverpool. This is a very tough game. Liverpool, obviously the better side, and if you say Everton are the better side, they are not. They had 4 good games, but Liverpool are the way better side. But the thing is, Everton are the team on form right now. So if you're talking about form, Everton would take the win, but maybe Liverpool could snatch it. I mean, Liverpool ended up losing 7-2 in the last game, but we gotta give them up. They didn't have Mane, they didn't have Henderson, they didn't have Alisson, and they didn't have Thiago. But that's another problem for this game, because they don't have Thiago. I'm not sure if they have Thiago. They should have Mane. I don't think they have Alisson, and I'm not sure about Henderson either. So that's another problem for Liverpool fans. But on the other hand, Mane might be back. That might be a very good thing. And yeah, I mean, they would want to get back, especially after that loss to Aston Villa 7-2. That's embarrassing. Thing is, Everton would come in with the form, and maybe no fans will also make a big difference for the Blues, for the Toffees, sorry. But you know what? I'm going to be different. I think Everton are going to win this. I think the game would end. Would it be high scoring? We've got a lot of good scoring talents. Calvert-Lewin, the man on fire right now. Richarlison's also a decent player. We've got James Rodriguez, obviously the main guy in Everton's team right now. We've got the amazing midfield that could create a lot of chances for Everton and worry Liverpool's defence. Because as we could see against Aston Villa, they conceded 7. They don't have the best of defences, especially with Adrian in goal. He lacks a lot of confidence, Adrian, and I think especially against this Everton attack, he will struggle. So I'm going to go big. I think it will be a big, high-scoring game, but I think there's going to be shock. I mean, tough. Though I think Liverpool will score, but we need to remember again, Everton's goalie isn't that good either. He lacks confidence as well. He had a terrible game last game where he spilled the ball or something, or it went straight at him. Both have terrible keepers, obviously. So I'm going for a big one. 4-3 Everton. Obviously, it's going to be a hell of a game to watch if it ends 4-3. So I hope I'm right, because I'll be tuning in for that for sure. The next game isn't as a big game, but there could be a shock here. Could be a shock, or if Chelsea could just whip them. It's Chelsea versus Southampton. Chelsea winning their last game 4-0, and Southampton beating West Brom 2-0. Isn't very a big win. Thing is, Southampton in the beginning of the season, people would thought Southampton would start it with a bang as they ended last season. They were fantastic end of last season. Che Adams was getting goals, Ings was getting goals, everything was perfect. But we came into this season, they lost the first game against Crystal Palace and they got smashed by Tottenham. They did beat Burnley, but Burnley are a team, probably one of the worst teams right now in the Premier League, and that's due to Burnley not spending any money. and they beat West Brom, a new promoted side, so I wouldn't back Southampton here, even though I would back Chelsea. I don't think Timo Werner will get his goal in this game. I don't think so. But I think Chelsea will win this. I think it will be 3-1. I think it will be 3-1 Chelsea. They won't keep a clean sheet because I have to admit Chilwell is a top player. But as you saw in the last game versus Crystal Palace, he cannot track back. He tried tracking back, but he isn't as skilled defensively, if I'm being honest. Like, I remember there was one time Townsend was running forward and Chilwell was like on the other side of the pitch. He's like one of the fullbacks who wants goals, who wants assists. He doesn't really like. And then if he's up there in the pitch, they counter and they're screwed. Southampton could take advantage of that, and I think Nathan Redmond's a very underrated player and could really take advantage of that. And I think Thiago Silva could also make a couple of errors, as we saw in West Brom. He didn't look too solid against Crystal Palace the other day either. They kept clean sheet, but he didn't look too solid. And they played that League One side that they beat like 6-1 or something. He made a huge mistake there again. So it's just like Brazilians in the Premier League. Last year we had David Luiz making those stupid mistakes. This year we might have Thiago Silva. But that's enough of me talking. I'll go 3-1 Chelsea. Next game. Man City Arsenal. The big game. Biggest game probably of the whole week. And the game I'm looking forward to as an Arsenal fan. I'm very excited. There's Kevin De Bruyne out for City. Partey potentially going to play in that game. And I'm just going to cut to the chase here. Because if I start talking, I have nothing to talk as an Arsenal fan against City. City are obviously the team, not on form, but Arsenal. I'd say Arsenal are in decent form. They only had one loss. And they beat the West Ham side that are flying right now. They also signed Ben Rama the other day. But I'm going to get it straight. I think we're going to win. And it's going to be because of the new guy. And his name is
Thomas Partey,
player Thomas Partey. And I think he could be a difference in this game, especially with De Bruyne out. I think he could really take advantage of that midfield, and I think that's the reason. The Arsenal will take control of that midfield, and they'll get balls into Aubameyang or Pepe. We know it won't be the best performance, as we saw in the FA Cup. It will be a good performance, but we won't dominate the game. So I don't want to see guys going on Instagram, Twitter, whatever going on, saying Arsenal are playing like FIFA. Man City are obviously the better team. I'm admitting this, but this is how Arsenal are going to play. They're going to play park the bus and they're going to counter-attack. And I think Arsenal are going to win this game 2-1. I think Aubameyang will get one. And I think Lacazette will get one as well. If he starts, If he doesn't start, then I think could Nketiah get a goal maybe. The next game, Newcastle Man United. Newcastle obviously winning their last game against a poor Burnley side, so I wouldn't give them too much credit for that. They won 3-0, United losing 6-1. Thing is, United don't have very good form at St James's Park, but there's no fans this time. So I'm gonna just cut straight to the chase because I don't want salty United fans in my comments. I think they will go back to win. No, I do not think they will go back to winning ways. This is gonna end 2-2. The next game on a Sunday, first game Sunday, Sheffield Fulham. Both games very poor now, but you gotta back Sheffield. I don't know what to say. This game could go either way, but I think Sheffield will win this. They could get. I don't think it will be a very high scoring game. I think 2-0 Sheffield. 2-0 Sheffield. I think Brewster will get his first goal. I think, especially from an FPL aspect, if anyone has FPL, obviously, you should really think about getting Brewster in your team. But let's not talk about this. This is for the FPL video. The next game, another big derby, Crystal Palace Brighton. I don't think I'll watch this game. Maybe. I could actually, because I have Townsend and Mitchell in my fantasy, but I'm not sure. The thing is, Crystal Palace usually go into this in form, but then Brighton usually end up winning this. And I think that's going to happen again. And I think Brighton will win this 2-1. No, sorry. I don't think Brighton will win this. As I said, I have two Crystal Palace players in my FPL, and I cannot back Brighton. You have to go Crystal Palace. 2-1 Crystal Palace. The next game, a London derby. And a lot of people are going to argue with me about this prediction, even non-Spurs fans. Both teams on fantastic form. Everyone is I don't know how to say it, like, not thinking about West Ham. They just smashed Wolves 4-0. No one even decided to say anything. Then they smashed Leicester, who beat Man City 5-2 the other week, and no one said a thing. And now they've signed a top player, Ben Rama, and people are going to say, he didn't even pass his medical. He is a top player. He's a top player. If you guys who don't know who Ben Rama is, he used to play for Brentford. And I think he was a main part of that Brentford team that nearly went to the Prem. I think he was like the most important player there. And do not sleep on West Ham. Do not sleep on West Ham. I think Spurs are also good. I think it's going to be a draw. 2-2. The next game, the late kickoff, this is another big game. Leicester-Aston Villa. Everyone thought Leicester were going to go flying again. Then they just get crushed by West Ham 3-0. And Aston Villa end up winning 7-2 against Liverpool. No one ever predicted that. I mean, certainly not me. I said there would be a surprise. If you guys saw my video earlier, I said there would be a surprise. And I think, thing is, Soyuncu and Evans are out. As you can tell, Aston Villa can't score goals. So I think there will be goals. But I'm going to go for a draw. Should we go 3-3? I'm putting it out there. I don't know what I'm doing. Monday, first kickoff, 7:30. Obviously, it's late kickoffs on Monday. West Brom, Burnley. Both teams are on terrible form. But I don't know what to say about this game. I haven't watched these teams really, except that Chelsea-West Brom game. So I'm going to go for West Brom. I don't like Burnley as a team. Burnley's idea of making a team is just it's like they're supporting Brexit or something. Their whole team is bloody English and they don't want to sign any players. It doesn't make any sense. I don't like Burnley. Personally, I'll be happy to see them going down because you can't compete in the Premier League by not signing any players and you cannot compete in the Premier League. You cannot. So they're going to lose again here, West Brom. I think they're going to win their first game 2-1. The next game, a huge game for both of these teams. Leeds-Wolves. Wolves need to get back on winning ways. They did beat Fulham last game, but they did get smashed by West Ham. And they need to be these top 8 teams if they want to get into Europe. They cannot lose 4-0 to West Ham if they want to get into Europe. And Leeds, who knows, they could potentially get into Europe. I think they will finish mid-table though. But I'm going to go for the underdogs here. I mean, they're not really the underdogs. I think Leeds are going to get it. The form is just going to come into this game. I think they're going to win this 2-1. And yeah, that's it for my Game Week 5 predictions. And as you can tell, I haven't done my Game Week 4 review because I don't think you guys wanted to see this. Especially because the comments were turned off, so I can't share enough of yours. So hopefully YouTube don't take out my comments, so you guys can comment your predictions as well and maybe get shout-outs next video. And that's it for me.